Good. Now, you play one of the refugee children that live in the old, God, it just escaped my mind, the telescope place.
Griffith Park.
Griffith Park, God, I'm sorry. I went to say it. So, now, can you tell me a little bit more about your character? Because I haven't heard too much more past that.
Well, I play Kyle Reese, and as you know, Kyle Reese went and protected Sarah Connor and is John Connor's father.
So you're Michael Biehn in the past.
Right. So what you find out is that Kyle Reese is, like you said, living in Griffith Park, just surviving, eating whatever he can, coyote, whatever, rat, and just trying to survive. And what happens is he gets caught up in this whole thing and ends up sort of on the way towards his legacy, and it's a great character because if you watch the Michael Biehn performance, it's so layered. There's so much to that guy. And so finding that guy as a kid, as a young man, seeing how he developed into that hero, bringing the aspects of the hero to the young man, and then the young man to the hero is very interesting.
Now, what did you think about working with McG as a director? He seems to be really pushing to get this perfect. So I'm wondering how that intensity works for you as an actor.
Well, see, the thing is, there's an intensity to make it perfect, but you don't feel that because you're all doing that. It's not like McG's the one that's like, we have to make this great, and all the actors are like, yeah, well, sort of,
I guess they said that because he seemed to be running around going like, we're going to make this great.
Yeah,
and actors can't really voice that too much.
Well, we are, what I mean? We're in our work, exactly. So, I mean, it's great. McG gives us so much freedom to find those characters because he's confident in us, and that's a wonderful thing, to have a director that's so confident in you and is willing to let you express what you feel this character is. Especially on a huge budget like this, where essentially you could just say, you know what, here's what we're doing, and this is what you do. You know what I mean? We're constantly involved in the process of creating these people.
Yeah, now, did you talk to Michael Biehn about this character, or are you trying to go in a whole different direction with it?
No, I'm not trying to go in a different direction at all. But I didn't speak to him. My goal isn't to make it a different character. My goal is to make it the Kyle Reese that everyone loves, but then to add the young man to it. You know what I mean? To see how he becomes the young man that everyone loves. I mean, to the hero that everyone loves, and then say, look, here's the young man. Hopefully you love him just as much,
Okay, now, is there one scene that you're totally in love with that you just can't wait for the fans to see in this?
Oh, well, I don't know if you saw the Comic-Con reel, but there's a lot of stuff on this truck where we're escaping from a harvester, and we shot that sequence for like a week, and it was awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm not going to ask you, what was it like with all those people being cattled into that area with that harvester? I don't know if you were part of that scene, but they took us down there to show us that.
I was part of that, yeah.
What was that like with all of these people running around, these foam spikes and stuff?
The important thing is to imagine that sort of Holocaust environment, essentially, and take that into consideration. But the great thing about Kyle Reese is he's the hero, you know what I mean? He's the guy that's in this transporter going, how do I get out of here? What's the first thing I do for when we land so I can get out of Skynet and free these people,
Okay, great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Nice seeing you. You too.